Hi everybody, I'm Bonnie. I'm here to do a video today on the Medela Instyle Advanced Pump. This is a breast pump for pumping milk. So a little bit about myself. I am a mom of two twin girls. They just turned 9 months old actually, and I have been pumping exclusively for them for the last 9 months. I originally actually started out breastfeeding. I was breastfeeding tandem style with my husband's help when he was off work for a little bit. I had a breast pillow that I would, have one daughter on, and I would have my second daughter put on for my husband. And it was going great for 3 weeks. And then he went back to work. So I thought I could still do it. So I continued to try to breastfeed, but it just wasn't working out because it'd be hard for me to try to get my second daughter on my breasts after getting my first one on. Keep in mind, I was a new mom, so breastfeeding, everything was all brand new to me. So when my husband went back to work 3.5 weeks after the girls were born, I had to try to figure this out myself. So I tried to continue to tandem feed, but it just wasn't feasible. I wasn't able to get the other girl on my breasts after I latched the first one on. It was just too much. They were too wobbly and I didn't feel comfortable, just trying to pick up one girl with one hand and then putting her on my breast. It just didn't work for me. It didn't make me feel comfortable. So I went to exclusive pumping. At the time, a lot of people were giving me a lot of, opinions about how breast is best. I agree, breasts could be best, but really, fed is really best. So if I couldn't pump, say, and I wasn't producing enough milk, I wouldn't have any problems supplementing with formula whatsoever. I'm actually a full formula baby. I never had a drop of breast milk, and I turned out fine. I think I turned out okay. So that's something I just want to touch on, just because I know a lot of moms are made to feel guilty if they don't breastfeed, or if they decide to pump, or decide to express and then bottle feed their babies, and or even the moms who decide to go straight for formula. I think as long as your baby is fed, that is the most important part. So that's one thing that I wanted to kind of say as well, along with this video, because I don't want anybody to feel that pumping or breastfeeding or breast milk is the only solution, because it really isn't. But for us, we did want to provide our girls with breast milk as much as we can, but we do have formula on hand, just in case my supply drops, or I get sick, or I need to be away, or whatnot. It is on hand so that we do have it for the girls if we need to. So that's what I wanted to mention, because I don't want anybody to feel bad, because believe me, when I started to just exclusively pump, I had people tell me that, no, you're not going to be attached to your girls, and you have to put them on your breast. But logistically, it just wasn't possible for us. So my friend actually handed me down this Medela Instyle Pump. She's from the States. I'm in Canada, and she had this pump that she had used actually for her first 2 kids, and she no longer needed it, so she passed it down to me. So I know a lot of people might not be huge on sharing breast pumps or using secondhand breast pumps. For us, it wasn't really an issue because I purchased my own tubing, and this is the tubing here. It comes with it, but I purchased my own so that, we have our own, and it comes with an adapter. So really none of the milk goes through the tubes anyways. It just goes directly into the breast shield and into the bottle that would hold your milk. So every day since I started pumping, I pump 5 to 7 times a day, every single day, so that I have enough milk for our girls. And the pump has been holding up really, really well. That's why I wanted to come and do a little review on it today, just for any new moms there that are thinking about getting the pump. So here in Canada, I actually wasn't able to find this particular pump anywhere. The pump looks like this. There's a dial here, and then there's a part here where you can either choose to do a single pump or if you leave it here, you can do double pump, so you can put both the tubings in and then attach. I actually always do the double because I find that for my needs, it didn't make sense for me to do one at a time. It wasn't like I was feeding one child and then I needed to pump the other or whatnot. I had twins, so I always did the double pump. And for me, I actually dial mine up to about 3/4 away, and I do 3/4 away when I'm at home with a power adapter. However, if I'm in the car, which I'm going to touch on next, with the car charger, I actually need to dial it up maximum because the car charger, when I find that when I'm pumping in the car, it doesn't actually pump. It doesn't suck as efficiently as it does when I'm pumping through an outlet at home. So that's one thing I noticed about this. So this has been really good. Some other things I wanted to mention was that I have used 3 different electric pumps in total in the last 9 months that I've been pumping. The very first one I used was the Medela Symphony pump, and that was a hospital pump that was on, like, it's about this big. It was pretty big, and it was on like a little wheelie thing that they would push between the hospital rooms for the new moms to pump. That pump was great. That was the first pump that I ever used, and a lot of people talk about how the Medela Symphony hospital pumps are the best, and you can rent those, and they have the best suction, whatnot. I agree, they're really good, and there was a really great suction, and it helped me with my supply. I was there for 5 days, so I was able to use the pump for 5 days. In between all the breastfeeding I did pump sessions as well. So when I came home, I continued to pump just so that I can, breastfeed it and then pump as well, just to empty out everything that I need to do. But the thing I noticed was what I was pumping at the hospital gave me the same output as I did when I was pumping at home. So that gave me a good indicator it gave me a good indication that the Medela Instyle pump is actually works just as efficiently as the one in the hospital. So I didn't feel like I needed to rent the hospital pump or anything like that. So there was that pump. So I didn't feel like I needed to do anything special or purchase that one because that one's really expensive. And a second pump I used was called the Amida, I believe it's called, pump. That particular pump I used maybe about a month ago in the hospital when I had to bring one of our girls to emergency for an allergy, and I didn't bring my pumps with me. Thank goodness they had a pump there, so I was able to pump and then feed her while I was in the hospital. And that one's great, but the thing is, that particular one is super heavy duty, and it's a lot more quiet than the one that I have. And it's quieter than the one that they had at the hospital. At least the women's hospital I had, that was the Medela Symphony. It was quieter than that, but it is a huge machine. Let me see if I can find a picture. Do you see this contraption? That is how it looked like. I'm actually going to insert a picture of it for you here just so you can see how crazy the pump was, because when they first brought it out to me, and I was so used to my little pump here that I was like, what is this? Is this going to hurt? Like, is it going to be like too rough on my breast? But it wasn't. It was totally fine. So I'm going to touch back on the other thing that I was talking about earlier about the car charger. So along with my pump, my friend actually gave me the Medela car pump charger as well. She was using it when she would go tailgating in the States. She was originally from here, Canada, but she married her husband and moved to the States. And they are huge friends of the Seahawks. So they do this thing called tailgating, and they go all the time. And when they would go and we need to pump, there was never an outlet there because I guess it's in a field or whatnot. Or a parking lot. I'm not too sure. She would pump in the car, and when she gave this to me, I was thinking, there's no way I want to pump in the car. I would just pump at home. It's not necessary. But let me tell you, this has been a lifesaver for me, for our family, in fact. There's been so many times where it takes us so long to gather all the girls and have me get ready, my husband to get ready, and then for us to leave the house. But by the time we're done everything and ready to leave the house, I would need to pump again. So because my pump sessions are 20 minutes at a time, if I were to sit down and pump again for 20 minutes, by that time our girls most likely will be hungry again or need a diaper change, or they're tired now, whatnot. And we have to start the whole process again of trying to get ready and trying to get out of the door. So I'm so sorry if you can hear it, girls. Girls are downstairs with daddy right now. And So yeah, so then I would just get the girls ready, we would get ready, and I would just take the pump with me along with the car adapter, and we'd be on our way. Our girls are, you know, happy and content. We're in the car as long as we're moving. So, you know, we would go where we needed to go, and I would just pump, and it was great. So if you were to get the Instyle Advanced Pump, I highly recommend getting the adapter as well, just because you never know, and it's just handy to have. And I don't think they're that expensive, maybe like $20-30 Canadian. What I was saying is, in Canada, I wasn't able to find the Instyle Advanced Pump. What I did find was the Medela pumps, but it would come with a kit with a backpack or with a cooler or whatnot. I didn't find that I needed any of that with this pump. If I ever needed a cooler or whatnot, I would just bring around one of those Skipok backpacks, or not backpack, those lunch packs, and I would just put in those non-toxic ice packs in there just to keep my milk cool and cold, or you know, whatnot. So, and plus those are cuter anyways than the Medela ones, so we do it that way. Another thing I want to mention that you should definitely get, actually let me go back. When my friend gave me the pump, she actually gave me this Medela breast pump accessory set as well. So this accessory set comes with 4 breast milk bottles and lids, and it comes with 2 24mm breast shields. So the breast shields look like this, and basically you would just put this part against your breast, and the bottle would be here, and then you would just you would put the valve into here, and then you would just plug the other side into the pump, and then you go from there. So she said that she purchased from Target for like $15 to $20 US. I'm not exactly sure, but definitely get a new pump if you're getting, or get new breast valves as well as bottles if you're getting a hand-me-down, because you never want to share a friend's old one. I mean, you can if you want, but for us, we didn't want to do that. Yeah, so this kit comes with a 24mm breast shield. The breast shield actually works perfectly for me. How you would know if it's a good fit for you or not would be based on your nipple size. So you put it on, and once you start pumping, if your nipple is free from the sides and isn't rubbing any part of the sides, then that would be a good fit for you. They have smaller ones and they have bigger ones, but this one worked pretty well for me. So breastfeeding, or breast pumping I should say, for me it was actually quite uncomfortable at the beginning. I mean, it's not exactly natural to have a machine or something on your breast, you know, 5 to 7 times a day for 20 minutes at a time. So I found that it to be quite uncomfortable. A lot of people said to use the Lacino creams. I actually found that not useful because it made me feel very like sticky and uncomfortable. It didn't make me feel natural. I found that if I just left it as is and continued on my way with pumping, it actually eventually just got better on its own. So now I'm 9 months out, and it's been good. I'm not going to say it's the most convenient thing, because there are times when I'm out and I need a pump and I need to find a place to pump or whatnot. I would just find a shield. So with these breast pumps here, for the first, I would say 4 months or so, I would just hold the breast pumps against my body, and for 20 minutes, 5 to 7 times a day, and I would just do that, and I both my hands would obviously be holding the pumps. So come 4 months postpartum, I decided to invest. I want to say invest because I thought it was a huge investment, but it's actually the best thing that I ever did for my pumping life. I purchased a Simple Wishes hands-free breast pump bra. So I held off for 4 months on getting this. This is $49.98 Canadian. I thought that was too expensive, so I waited and it went on sale for $34.99, so I bought it. And let me tell you, it's the best thing you can do for yourself. If I had to buy another one, I would definitely pay the $49.95 again and purchase the full price if I needed to. They always go on sale anyway, so just wait if you can. I purchased mine at motherhoodcanada.ca. So yeah, it's been good. This one says it fits from extra small to large. When you purchase it, it says that this one is a small medium size. The small medium size is perfect for me. I am no means an extra small or a small, but it's expandable and it's great. So let me show you what it looks like. It kind of looks like this, and it zippers up the front, and it goes against your body almost like a strapless bra. There are, there's another extender here that you can zip to the front, and there are straps if you wish to put it over your shoulder. This one is actually a brand new one that I purchased. I have one that I'm currently using, but I wanted to purchase a second one for some things that were happening to me at the beginning without this particular pump, without this particular holder, was that I was actually getting mastitis. I got 2 bouts of mastitis, and I think it might be due to me holding my breast shields against my body, because when you're holding it against your body, it's a close fit, but it's not a really perfect snug fit, and it's not like an even type of pressure that you're putting on yourself. So sometimes you might be lifted higher or lower, and that pressure kind of cuts off some of your ducts and then ends up getting clogged ducts, and then the clogged ducts don't clear, and then it becomes mastitis. At least that's what happened to me. So ever since I got the hands-free pump, I actually never had another bout of mastitis or clogged ducts for that matter. So this thing is really stretchy. So what you do is you just wrap around your body, and you would zip it up the front. So what you can do is in the back, they're held by these little Velcro straps. They're pretty strong. So you can make it either a bigger fit or a tighter fit, depending on what you need. I find that if I make it a little bit snugger, it's best, just because it's so stretchy that you want it to be pretty snug anyways. Because if it's loose and it's coming off your body, once you put the breast shield on and the bottle, once the bottle fills with milk, it's going to start lifting off your body, and then it won't provide that tight suction you need in order to pump. So that's my tip and my suggestion for you. Definitely get one of these bras if you're getting the Instyle Advanced. I know that some of the Medela pumps, the one with the kits, come with some sort of other hands-free type of holder or some whatnot. I can't personally speak for those because I don't have one of them, but this has been working out well for me, really, really well for me. That's it. So if you have any questions that I didn't cover in this video, let me know in the comments below, and I will try to answer you, and I'll try to find out and answer you and let you know. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you stick with me and follow me on this journey. This is my first YouTube video, so hopefully it was somewhat informative and helpful to you. Thanks, bye!